What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys today. This is going to get kind of deep, okay? Stay with me. We're going to go somewhere. Man, I've always been the type of person that, man, I've always wanted to do something, but I've always felt like I had to wait. I've always felt like I had to wait for the right moment, wait for the right person in my life, wait for the right woman to be by my side. And one of the things that God showed me was that, man, Elijah, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You're not even living. You're just existing, waiting for the right opportunity to love, waiting for the right opportunity to travel, waiting for the right opportunity to experience love and all that love has to offer. What the fuck are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So we can't wait till we fall in love. We can't wait till we find that soulmate. We can't wait till we find our twin flame. We can't wait till we're swept off our feet and we're mesmerized, just madly in love. And what we do is we wait till that happens. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. Well, God was showing us, Elijah, what the fuck are you waiting for? You go to work and you come home. You go to work and you come home. You're not even fucking living. You're just existing, waiting. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I've always wanted to go to Africa. And last year I went through a situation where I had a bad breakup, relationship breakup. And it's like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself to a trip to Africa. I'm gonna treat myself to Egypt. I'm gonna go on this 9-day vacation all by myself. I'm gonna cruise down the Nile. I'm gonna go see the Sphinx and the pyramids and do everything that I can. And while I was there, I was sitting and I was just taken back and just blown away because everybody told me not to travel alone. Everybody told me, man, you can't go overseas like that all by yourself and whoop, and what if something happened, da. Man, I got to the point, man, I didn't give a fuck. I was tired of waiting. I was tired of standing around waiting for somebody else to get their motherfucking shit together. Waiting for somebody to act like, grow the fuck up and realize that I was the one for them. Waiting for somebody to realize that, man, I was going to be the king in their life. Waiting for somebody to understand that, man, I was going to treat them right and love them and adore them and nurture them and da and spoil them and all this other shit. I got tired of fucking waiting. I did. And what God had to show me was, Elijah, you can enjoy life. Stop waiting for the ideal life. Stop waiting for love. Stop waiting for somebody to come into your life before you start living life. You have all these things you want to accomplish. You have all these dreams and all these places you want to travel and see. What the fuck are you waiting on? So I was in this relationship with this young lady. I thought this was it. But she didn't really like traveling. She didn't want to get her passport. And so we're going back and forth, and I'm sitting there, it's like, oh my God, I'm putting everything on hold again. I'm not living the life that I came here to live. I'm not doing what I wanted to do. I'm not experiencing what I wanted to experience in this life. And that the truth be told, so many of us, because we don't want to be alone, we would settle and forfeit the life that we're capable of having just to have somebody by our side. So many of us, we've given up on all of our hopes and dreams just to keep this raggedy ass motherfucker next to us. This motherfucker that ain't really trying to go anywhere. Motherfucker ain't really trying to do shit. I'm going somewhere, I promise you. And God had to show me, Elijah, what are you waiting for? Why are you settling? Why are you compromising your life like this? And the truth is, So many of us, we want to be loved. I'll say it again. The great majority of us want to be loved. And so we're looking for somebody to come into our life to love us. We're looking for somebody to come into our life that's going to nurture us and care for us, and somebody that we can reciprocate and love on them and spoil them and pamper them, and they would reciprocate that and do that for us. Somebody, man, I could just be best friends with, and somebody I could just love on, and we could just travel the world and whoop doo doo whoop, and I can have joy and peace and happiness because I'm not forfeiting my joy and peace for anything anymore. I got to the place in life that peace and happiness was the most important thing to me. I'll say it again. Peace and happiness have become the most important things to me. Far more important than having somebody in my life. I see so many of you, having somebody in your life is the most important thing because you don't want to be alone. And so you have somebody in your life, but you ain't really happy. You have somebody in your life, but you ain't really doing what you really want to do. You have somebody in your life, but you don't really have peace and joy and happiness. You have somebody in your life, but you ain't really satisfied. And so for me, I had to learn my joy and peace was my primary responsibility in life. My joy and peace was my number one goal. Everybody wants to be loved, but I don't want to be loved if it's going to compromise my joy and peace. I don't want to be loved if that means I have to forfeit having peace and joy. Everybody ain't capable of loving me like that. And I'm not willing to accept just anybody and everybody. What are you waiting for? I realize that yes, I want love. Yeah, and I thought love was going to manifest in the form of this beautiful soul. And when this beautiful soul came, man, I was able to start living. When this beautiful soul came, man, I could just be happy. When this beautiful soul came, man, I could have all the joy and peace and happiness. And I could come home to a loving house. When joy and peace, when this beautiful soul came, man, I could have somebody to travel with and whoop-de-doo. And God asked me again, what are you waiting for? And I did understand what he was asking me. Stay with me. What I had to understand, what I had to realize, that I had to fall in love with living. I had to grow in love with living. See, so many of us, we want somebody to love, but we don't love living. We're not happy being alive. We don't love life. And so what I had to learn, I had to learn how to fall in love with my life. How to fall in love with living. How to be excited about every day. How to wake up in the morning just so grateful and excited about being alive. Just so appreciative of having breath in my body and the ability to go out and enjoy life. And even if I didn't go anywhere that day, even if I stayed home and just how to wake up and just love being alive. I didn't have to be on the streets. I could be at home. All by my motherfucking self and have joy and peace and happiness. I could be at home all by myself and be excited about being alive. Be in love with life. Be in love with life. Be in love with living. And most of us, we're not in love with life. We're not in love with living. Because the great majority of us, we're not really living. We're just existing. We're waiting. Waiting for love. Waiting for somebody to come into our lives. And then we take on the mentality, okay, now I got somebody. Now I want to start living. We have it backwards. Well, God had to show me, say, Elijah, you got to start living. Elijah, you got to start loving life. Once you learn how to love life, once you learn how to start living, now you put yourself on the right vibration to meet the love of your life, to meet the queen of your dreams, to meet the king of your dreams. But you already have to be on that frequency. See, the great majority of us, we're not on that frequency. We're sitting around waiting for them to arrive, waiting for them to show up before I can start expressing love, before I can start living. Because we have it backwards. You'll be waiting for the rest of your life. You'll be wasting your life waiting. And that's what God had to show me. Stop wasting your life waiting for somebody to show up. Stop wasting your life waiting for love to manifest. And become love. In every expression, in every aspect of your life. Become love. Love life. Love your life. Wherever you're at, with whatever you have, love life. Love your life. And watch how things start changing. Watch how things start unfolding for you. Because you've now put yourself on the frequency to be able to receive somebody that wants to be just like you. Not somebody wants to be just like you, but somebody that's on that same frequency like you. Somebody that's loving life too. Somebody that's in love with living. Somebody that's on that frequency of joy and peace. Somebody that's on that frequency, no matter what's in their life, they're going to be happy. No matter what's going on in life, they're content. No matter what's going on in life, they're in love with life. So it's not about what you have. It's about your mind frame. It's about your mindset. It's about the choices you make. Are you really ready for the love of your life? If you're not in love with life, you're not ready for the love of your life. You can't be ready for the love of your life if you're not already in love with life. Did you catch that? We have to grow up. We have to learn to change our perspective. No matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through, learn gratitude. Learn to understand, man, it could be a whole lot worse. And if the truth be told, if I'm honest with myself, I've been a lot worse off. So I'm going to fall in love with living. I'm going to fall in love with life, my life. However it is, I'm going to fall in love with life. Not because I'm expecting the queen to come, not because you're expecting the king to come, but because that's where you're at. That's all you have right now is life. Your king, your queen may not show up for another 2 years. Your king, your queen may not show up for another 6 months. They may not show up for another 5 years. So do that mean you just stop living? You stop enjoying life? You stop appreciating life? You stop traveling? You stop loving life? Because you ain't got what you want? No. You love what you have. You appreciate what you have. And all you have right now is life. I love going to the graveyards because it's a reminder to me. Death is coming for every single one of us. Every one of us is going to pass away at some point. So it's a reminder to me, man, I got to live life. I got to live life to the fullest. There's a lot I want to accomplish. There's a lot of places I want to go. There's a lot of things I still want to experience. So I got to get busy with living. Man, I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to challenge you, to inspire you. We have to grow up. Stop waiting for your queen or your king to show up. And just fall in love with life. Fall in love with your life. So many of us, we fall in love with the lifestyles of others. And we try to live through the life of others. Because we're not in love with our life. Because we don't appreciate our life. Man, I love you guys. Thank you for rocking out with me. Happy healing. Namaste. Peace.